Welcome back to Rudy's 1/6 World for another First Thoughts video. And we're back to take an early look at the next Hot Toys announcement. And at this point, I think it's safe to say I don't know what to expect from Hot Toys, as this one came out of kind of nowhere. They have announced Valkyrie from Thor Love and Thunder. And full confession, when I saw the trailers, I thought she was a shoo-in to get a figure made, especially after Hot Toys teased her for Thor Ragnarok. It definitely seemed like they were just waiting for the right time, and then the movie was released to very mixed reviews, and after a bit of a hiatus, it seemed to me that we might only be getting Thor and Jane. So while I hoped Hot Toys would give us Valkyrie, I just thought it was likely that they were done with this movie and moving on to the next one. So consider me pleasantly surprised this morning to receive this announcement. And I'll just say, I think Hot Toys killed it with this release, and it makes sense to start with the Sculpt, because I think it looks amazing. And it's partly because of the hairstyle they've reproduced. There is so much detail here, and great sculpt work to recreate her hair and her braids, and they did an amazing job. I mean, what else is there to say? Now, the only thing I thought at first was there's something slightly off with her eyes where she looks almost a little too stoic, but the sculptor released some additional pictures, and I think it's clear that it's just the lighting, which can be a problem with some of these promo shots. Once you see her in those pictures, which I've also posted, there's no denying that this is Valkyrie from Thor Love and Thunder. And as we've come to expect from Hot Toys, all the detailing and top-notch paint applications are there. So I really don't have any complaints. If I could have anything, it would have been maybe a second sculpt similar to what they did with Peacemaker. There is that scene from the trailers where she is licking or almost licking one of her knives, and she looks a little crazy. It would have let us recreate that, but I get why they didn't do it, as it would have been very limiting in terms of how you could set the figure up. And Peacemaker, for example, had to get that additional sculpt added because there was some backlash to that facial expression. Also, one really nice touch here that I noticed is she does have her tattoos on the muscle arms, so I just appreciate that Hot Toys gives us that level of detail. Now, moving on to the suit, I mean, come on. It's obvious Hot Toys nailed it. The armor goes well with Thor and Mighty Thor, and I do like the black and white theme, but it goes beyond that, right? The chest armor has some really nice textured detailing on the black and white elements, so it's not just smooth armor, it's really finely detailed, which is what we've come to expect from Hot Toys for what these figures cost anyway. Then she does have her belt holding the sword sheath, and it's got great detailing as well. And that extends all the way down to the boots with the sheets for the daggers. Hot Toys does great work recreating these here. I think the only concern I have with her armor overall or her uniform is the leather-like material being used for her pants and for the sword sheaths. If it's pleather, then there is going to be some degradation over time. So it's just something to keep in mind, especially since it does appear that you can achieve some dynamic poses with her. But again, based on the material, not sure I would aim to keep her in any pose for far too long. Her cape does also appear to be wired, which is great, and I like that it's that blue Valkyrie color. Do I wish they had given us her Valkyrie uniform from Ragnarok? Sure, but we are getting that one from a third party, and I have that on order, so I'm just happy to get this version of her. Overall, I'm happy that Hot Toys decided to deliver her. That's the big thing with them. I love it when they get figures we haven't gotten before to flesh out lines. And because of the cohesive nature of the MCU, these figures don't have to be exclusive to one movie. This does give me hope that we might still have a chance at a Gore the God Butcher figure, and if not, that's the one I'm sure some third-party company will pick up on. So for me, this is a day one pre-order. Most of the time these days, I try to avoid the day ones just because there are so many things out right now, but I do like to encourage Hot Toys to continue delivering characters like this one. So when I see that, I basically vote with my money and hope that pre-orders let them see that there are people interested in these characters. And look, Hot Toys does sometimes dive into those second-tier figures a little more than most companies, so I do applaud them for that. So what do you think? Are you happy to get this announcement, or are you disappointed in the version of Valkyrie we're getting? Or did you just not care for the character? Let me know what your thoughts are, and if you are enjoying the content and feel so inclined, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll touch base on the next video.